Hi, hello and welcome back. It's been a while since we've been here and I'm not going to get into any of that right now. If you want to catch up with me and get the full story and everything that's been going on, you can do so on our Twitch channel if we're live, Twitter, Discord, any of those other places. They're all linked below. But for right now, we're just going to dive into today's video, which is going to be a very quick Orgrimmar vendor run. This is going to be for the whole of the city, and we're going to do it quick and cheerful. All right, so we're starting off here we're at the gates of Orgrimmar, at the very front of Orgrimmar here, and we're just going to go through. There's 5 vendors in the Valley of Strength. They're all very close together, so it's not too big of an issue. First one's here in the general store. It's this fellow here, TacGen. TacGen has the red wrapping paper and the blue wrapping paper. Now they're not selling for much right now because we're currently in the middle of the Christmas event where you can get these from the Christmas vendor just next door, but they normally sell for a little bit if you want to add those into your thing. Also bonus vendor here is Shimra next to him. She has got the profession items, which you can always sell these for a few gold, and they cost literally coppers, so you can pick those up there if you would like to. Just before I started this video, I sold one of these ink kits for 400 and something, 450 gold, so they still do sell if you want to pick up some of those and throw those on. The next few are over here in, oh, I've forgotten the name of the blacksmiths. Let's just check. Narrows. Over here in Narrows Armory, we have got, the one we normally go to is Punra. If you skip right to the back of Punra, oh, she doesn't have it anymore. Normally she has an extra limited supply recipe here of an iron short sword. She doesn't have it right now, but normally it's there, so you can pick that up. And we don't normally do these two, but we're going to do these two for this one. This is Sana. She sells chain mail armor and some shields and things. Scale mail is very good. The scale mail set is quite nice looking. It's grey, it's dark, it's easy to get. The reason I'm pointing these ones out is because it's confirmed now that in patch 10.05, the next little patch that's coming, these white common items are going to be transmoggable. So these are selling really well right now. So I'm just going to point out to the vendors of those to you as well as we go through. The other one is Narrows here. He sells the plate bits. Okay, so that's those two. Our next one is just across the road here. So this is our last one too. Oh, I keep forgetting that that's there. That's our new trading outpost. This guy here, Itharo the weapon merchant. Again, these are all going to become transmoggable very soon, so that they'll all sell for it pretty well. Okay, now that is all 5 for the Valley of Strength. We're going to go on now up to the embassy. Please forgive the sniffling and the sound of my voice at the moment. We've all had the dose over Christmas, so we're just getting over all that. So we're a little bit husky. Right behind the embassy here, there is this engineering shop. Thalarel here will sell. Again, you can sell all these bits. These bits sell as well. And there's always some engineering things here. If you find things like adamantite frames and stuff there, they sell very well. You don't want to buy, do not buy the Steam Tongue controller. This one's BOP. I mean, it's only 80 silver, so it's not a huge waste if you do, but try to avoid buying that one because that one's bind on pickup. You cannot sell it. This is the one you want here. The schematic for the red firework currently go up for, there's no auctions on my realm currently up, which means mine have expired. They're currently up for 6,000 gold. So that one's pretty good. And then over here you have another Nightborn, the Orelli. I'm not even going to try with these names, guys. This lay weaver over here, the tailoring lady, she sells, again, you can sell all these cloths and all these threads and dyes. I don't often, but you can. She has these 4. There's actually another one that she has as well, but it must be sold out today. She has 5 recipes normally here that you can get. There used to be a goblin, but the goblin's no longer here. So if you've been missing the goblin, I think that Nightborn sells those recipes now instead. Okay, so the next place we're going to go is down here to the troll place. There is just the one in the troll place, and that is the little guy with the snakes. Xantish. Xantish here has these 3 snakes. This one sells for 180, 1,100 and 1,500. So, you know, depending on the snake, those go pretty well. If you level them up and things like that as well, they probably sell a bit better even again. But if you don't want to bother, you can just sell them as they come. Next place we're going to go is we're going to go around here to the Valley of Wisdom. There's just one in the Valley of Wisdom as well. And that is up here. It's this Tauren lady, again, because she's got these, make sure you always, by the way, click to show you all, because sometimes it doesn't show you all. She's got these, and again, these are soon going to be transmoggable. So might be worth picking up those and seeing if you can sell some of those for the appearances. If you're strapped for capital and you don't want to do anything too risky, then I would just go through the appearances and look for the ones that look pretty cool, or the ones that have unique appearances, and maybe just buy those. Then we're going to go up here. We're going to scoot across this lift. We're not going up the lift. Up until this like rise bit on the drag, and into the herbalist here. The herbalist here sells these flowers. Depending on your realm, I don't know if these sell as well in other realms as they do here. I'm on Argent Dawn, which is a roleplay realm, so these always sell pretty well for me because you can actually hold them in your hand, and again, possibly even transmoggable as offhand items after the patch. So that's one probably most people won't think about, but you can get ahead of them and you can think about it. Alright, then we're going to jump down. I'm going to go over here to the drag, to Yalmak's Alchemy, and in Yalmak's Alchemy we're going to speak to Korgeld. He's got these 2 alchemy recipes that we can get, and I think there's just the one in there, so we're going to go out. There's none in there. And then we're going to scoot over here to the engineering. I haven't been buying these guys because I have these all on my other character already. So back here, this little engineering guy has another one of those red fireworks for 6,000 gold. So again, that's worth picking up. It's also worth checking. I wouldn't buy any more of these if you've already bought some from the other lady. Again, don't buy the steampunk controller. But worth checking, because sometimes he has different ones of these. This one's bought for 6 silver. It sells for 3 gold. So it might be worth picking up. Because a lot of engineers buy their parts rather than having to faff around with making them. And then over here we're going to go to the leatherworkers. Right outside the leatherworkers you've got Morgrim. Morgrim has a bunch of these, including a battered leather harness. You can't see it because of my tabard, but it's quite revealing, so therefore quite popular. Currently selling for 24,000 gold. Tanned boots and the cured set. So he's got a few sets there that will soon be transmoggable. Inside the shop itself, Tamar here, again, if you haven't got your thread, you can get your thread, your salt, etc. And then flick all the way to the back. He's got this heavy leather ball, which sells for about 5,000 gold, this recipe. And next to him is Handor, and Handor has some leather armor sets. Again, including this one here, the embroidered one, which is, my tabard's in the way of everything, quite pretty one. It's got a little like purple vest, so it's quite popular. Okay, so that's for the leatherworking. Next door we have the tailors. Over here we have the tailors, Magar's cloth goods. And we're going to go to Borya. Borya has those 5 patterns that were over in the embassy as well. So if you haven't got them there, or you want to get 2 of each, you can get a second set for here from Borya. Olanis again has more shirts and cloth sets that are soon to be transmoggable. And over in the corner here we have Torpin, and Torpin has another few sets of if you see, he has the dresses as well, so those are worth checking out too. Now a little bit of Valinka here. Valinka here again has your trade supplies, if you trade goods, trade tools. If you haven't got those, you can do those. She also has this design heavy golden necklace of battle, so that could be worth picking up. Gorky's traveling gear, he sells a bunch of bags. You never know. If you want to come and pick these up and see if they sell, the sell rates look fairly decent for the, at least for the profession ones on my realm. You know, considering the price of the capital and how easy it is to pick them up. So I don't know, might be worth your luck going and checking those out as well. Once we've done that, that is everything in the drag. We're going to go down to the cleft and then we'll finish up in the Valley of Honor. So if you scoot down here to the cleft, I haven't done this in a while. Can you tell that I haven't done this in a while? Either both the vendor run and the making videos. But we're gonna iron out the kinks as we go. It's not either of those two. So you come in here, and you're gonna want to go to this fella here in the Shadows Reagents. Shadows and Reagents. He's got 2 alchemy potions there. Alchemy recipes, rather. Then next door up, we've got the 2 staves. And next to him, we've got the wands. She's got most of the wands there. And then directly across from them is just the portal trainers. Up in the top, there's nothing that way. There's nothing there. But this fellow here sells a bunch of swords and blades. So those are all going to be transmogable. People are going to want to buy them. They're probably selling fairly decently at the moment. I've been selling my vendor gear for stupid prices. Honestly, I'm very happy with the sales I've been making with that recently, and I think it's going to get a bit better as well just before and when the patch drops and that change comes into place. So I'm gearing up for that. I've got a group. I've got a TSM group that auto buys it all and auto posts it all for me, so I'm very happy with that. Works very well. This is Kiro. We're now in the Valley of Honor here. This is Kiro. Just inside the Valley of Honor, she sells these 4 harnesses. Again, they're quite revealing, so therefore they're quite popular. There's nothing over there. As a quick aside, let's just do a little bonus. Let's do a little bonus vendor. I don't normally go to this guy, but he's probably someone you don't really know exists. See behind this stairway, there's Alpheus Kane. You can sell the Pocket Fiends, you can sell the Zanzil Slow Poison, and you can sell the Thistle Tea. I don't know how well they'll sell, but they're cute. He's here. If you want to give it a try, then go for it. If you have any success with it, please let me know, because I'd be very interested to hear if that works out for you. It's not one that I generally dabble in, but I mean, technically you can sell them, and they are kind of, you know, cute little bit. Oh no, it doesn't help when I can't find my way around Orgrimmar. Over here on this pier, this lady Shanky's here. She has got some fishing recipes. She also normally has a strong fishing pole that could be useful. They sell for not much, but every little helps, especially if you're starting out on a new character or a new realm and you don't have an awful lot of overhead. These little sales can help get you some capital. Over here in the Burning Anvil, going to go in and we're going to speak to Sumi. If you flick to the end, Sumi normally has that iron short sword recipe as well. Somebody must be buying them out today quite religiously, because I've been here all day doing this and it's just can't catch one. Toomey is the heavy armor merchant, so she has different sets of that white vendor armor as well. So that's worth keeping an eye on in there. And then just outside, our last view, this fellow here has got a whole bunch of weapons. And then behind this Tauren, this fellow here has another few weapons. Over here we have some maces and staves. And then this fellow has another bunch of these white quality weapons. There's a little bit of crossover for some of them, but they're not all the same weapons. So do go by your own self if you have one. If you have one in your bags, don't buy too many of them, etc., etc. And that's it. That's Orgrimmar, folks. And that took us 15 minutes to run around. Now that was pretty slow going, because I wasn't flying. I was just running on my ground mount, and I was talking as well as we were doing it. So you could probably, if you got the route down, you could probably do that in 10 minutes, post it in 5 and be done in 15. I'm going to do that once I can catch these iron greatsword recipes, and I'm going to post not only all these vendors in individual little clips on our TikTok, which I'll link down below as well, but I will also post a roundup of how the sales of these items went at the end of the month. So if you want to stay tuned for that, if you want to see how these things actually sold for me, then you can follow that down below. It'll probably end up on my Discord and in my Twitter as well. So wherever you prefer to follow on to that, you can, and I'll post how these do for me. And if you pick up any of these items or do any of these vendors and they work for you, let me know. If they don't work for you, let me know that too, because it's all interesting. It's all good to know. And other than that, until next time, I will see you on streams or elsewhere in the community. See you next time. Bye, folks.